Good morning, everyone. This is Megan from GoGPS, and this recording is going to be focused on how to update your driver logs when you forgot to log out of the Drive app at the end of your day. Okay, so what we're seeing here is I've now logged into the Drive app. I'm looking at my dashboard where it shows me my hours of service, my DVIR, my messages, all that kind of stuff there. So what we're going to do is click on the HOS button and it's going to pull up and tell me my information about my vehicle. So I'm currently off duty and that's where I need to be. If you're logging into the app in the morning and you're seeing that you're still on duty, after you've completed your DVIR, it automatically puts you on duty anyways. So that's okay if it is showing on duty instead of off. My current user is just off duty for right now. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at our logs, and I'm going to show you how to adjust your logs, or sorry, add a log into the app so that it goes from being on duty all night long to going off duty at the end of your day. Okay, and the importance of this is if you do not log off properly at the end of your day, and you just go on duty and you forget to completely log out, it's going to keep you on duty all night or until you start the vehicle the next day, and it will, really affect your work hours. So at some point during the week, you won't be able to actually drive because your work hours will be skewed so much. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to hit the log button here at the top center, and we're going to take a look at my logs that we have for today. So again, this is going to show you day by day. I'm going to go ahead and scroll down here so we can see that it shows the first log is on duty and it was continued from the previous day. We don't want that. So as a driver, what you're going to do is you're going to hit the back button. So it's the previous day. You're going to see that I was off for so much time. I'm going to go back until I get some actual trips. So here we go. So it shows me on January 13th, my last stop was at my home address at 6:18 p.m. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take note that it was January 13th at 6:18 p.m. and I'm going to add a log after that to put myself off duty. And what that's going to do is it's going to put everything from 6:18 until this morning, to this morning's logs. When I go ahead and log into the app and start driving, it will put me off duty because I didn't actually drive. I wasn't working. I wasn't on duty. I was completely off. So what we're going to do is scroll up to the top here. We're going to hit add log, and it's going to ask you for information. So it's going to ask you what status you want to choose. And we need to make sure that it is an off status. So you're going to hit select and then off duty. You're going to choose the date. So it says January 13th. It just gives you a preemptive date. We're going to hit select and we're going to select the specific time. So we want to change this. All right. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 p.m. And we're going to change this to 6:19 and I'm going to hit done. And then it's going to ask me to make sure it's the correct vehicle. So my vehicle here is showing Megan's Journey. That is correct. If it is showing an incorrect vehicle here, you're going to hit select. You're going to put in your vehicle number. And then you're going to add an annotation. And you have to do this or we'll not let you continue on. So this here, you're going to put forgot to log out. Okay. And then you're going to hit add. Once that's done, you're going to see here that your now little chart is showing that I went off duty. And if we scroll down, we can see my off duty is on 6:19 for that date. If I scroll back up and I hit the next arrow to see yesterday's information, it's going to show I was off duty that whole time, which is perfect because I wasn't driving the vehicle. There's no logs. And then if I go one more time and choose the arrow to go to today's date, we can see I was off duty until I started my vehicle this morning and drove at 8:41 a.m. Okay, so I have a lot more violations. So we're going to do this a couple more times just so that you kind of get the gist of how this works. So I'm going to go back a few more days here. We're going to go back to Sunday, January 12th. So we can see I forgot to log out. So all of this here is on duty and it shouldn't be. I was off duty this entire time. Okay. So again, to adjust all that, I'm going to see January 12th at 2:53 p.m. is when I went back on duty. We want to add an off-duty log after that because I was no longer driving. So I'm going to scroll up. I'm going to hit the add log button. I'm going to make sure that I'm selecting off duty for the status. we're going to change the date. So it's Sunday, January 12th. And instead of it being 12:36, we're actually going to make it 2:54. We're going to keep scrolling. 54. Hit done. It is showing Megan's journey, which is perfect. I'm going to add my annotation. Forgot to log off. Okay. And then I'm going to hit add. All right. So there it is. There's my adjustment to the log. So the only logs that you can't ever change are the drive logs because it syncs up with your vehicle's GPS and they match together. So you're not able to try to change that. And again, you don't want to change any of your on-duty logs because if you're actually working, you don't want to mess with those logs either. So if you forgot to log out, that is the proper way of how to add a log in to show that you forgot to log off. So once you're done updating all of your logs to make sure that you're up to par, if you are, even after logging all your off duties, if you're still, having some violations, so I still have a minimum 10-hour off duty per violation here. If you're noticing that there are some of them, please look a little more detail as to what could be causing that. It could be that you're actually meeting the requirements of the violation. I know for a fact that I'm not because I also have to go back and adjust Saturday's logs because I was not on duty that whole time either. And same thing goes for Friday, right? So there's a whole bunch here that needs to be adjusted. So once that's all done, you're going to go ahead and make sure that you're logging out properly for the day. So you'll go back to your status. You're going to make sure that you're off duty and then you're going to log out at the end of your day. If you've adjusted your log so that it gives you your proper time left for driving and work days, etc., you can then continue on your day, drive to wherever you need to go, and then once you're done, please make sure that you're hitting off duty and then you're logging out. Okay, so that is our little clip it today on how to update your driver logs if you forget to log out at the end of the day. If you have any questions about how to properly log out, please contact GoGPS, myself as well, and we can also provide you a YouTube video to show you how to correctly do that as well. So that is it for me today. So thank you, everyone.